Drunk driving, like most other social problems, resists simple solutions. But we cannot continue to push this issue in the back of our minds when we all can take action to reduce the problem. According to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics, an estimated amount of 4 million U.S. adults reported driving under the influence of alcohol at least once in 2010, yielding an estimated 112 million alcohol impaired driving episodes. Among major crimes, driving under the influence has one of the highest arrest rates, with more than 1.4 million DUI arrests in 2010. As the number of drunk driving arrests and crashes occur, we must take action to prevent the possibility of endangering their own lives, as well as the innocent victims whose paths they cross. Today, I will introduce 3 solutions that hold hope for a change, which are the use of ignition interlock devices, lowering the legal BAC level, and by the help of individuals. An ignition interlock device is similar to a breathalyzer. However, it is connected to the vehicle dashboard or another location inside the vehicle and requires that a driver breathe into the device prior to starting the vehicle. If the ignition interlock device detects the blood alcohol concentration of the driver to be above the set limit in the ignition interlock device, then the engine of the vehicle will not start. The fuel cell inside the ignition interlock device analyzes the blood alcohol concentration. If the BAC is over the predetermined limit, the fuel cell triggers a relay to stay open and the car will not start. If the BAC is within the predetermined limit, the fuel cell triggers a relay to close and the car will start. A major concern about this device is that someone else may be able to trick the system. People fear that someone sober may blow into the device in order for the car to unlock for the person under the influence. All events on an ignition interlock system are recorded, so if this cruel act was even attempted, the penalties are severe and it will only make a bad situation worse. The second solution that will help with this issue is by lowering the legal BAC level. The National Transportation Safety Board recommended that all 50 states adopt a blood alcohol content cutoff of 0.05 compared to the 0.08 standard used today by law enforcement and courts to prosecute drunk driving. NTSB Chairman Deborah Hersman said that most Americans think that we've solved the problem of impaired driving, but in fact it's still a national epidemic. Progress has been made over the years to reduce drunk driving, including a range of federal and state policies, tougher law enforcement, and stronger advocacy. But she said too many people are still dying on America's roads. The NTSB is not trying to stop people from drinking, but it just wants us to reduce fatalities and injuries caused by people who drive while impaired. Hersman said, it certainly is anybody's right to have drinks. Have 1, have 2, have 3, have 15, just don't drive. According to the Safety Board, lowering the rate 0.05 will save about 500 to 800 lives annually. The last solution that I have is for the help of family and friends when it comes to drunk driving. Even if you do not know the person, there's still a way you can make a difference. No one should ever let anyone they see drink and drive. The problem with some people is that they feel as though it is not their business, but it is very important that you never walk away from that type of scene. You can simply take their keys, call a cab, or even take them home yourself. Having a designated driver set before a night out will also be very helpful. If you are going out with a couple of friends, make sure there's a plan set for who will be the designated driver and make sure they do not drink as well. If the designated driver does end up drinking, suggest that he or she let someone else take the wheel. If they insist on driving, don't hesitate to find another way home for everyone. People who are under the influence of alcohol tend to have a difficult time listening to others when they want to get in the car and drive home. But it is not okay to just give up and let them drive. Instead, you should avoid using a confrontational tone, make it clear that you're looking out for your friend's interests, remind him or her about the police on the road, and that a DUI will cause them a lot of trouble. If that doesn't work, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration suggests that taking the driver's keys while he or she is preoccupied will be a better solution. If you are the host of a party where they will be serving drinks, you could also make a difference as well. Serve food before beginning to serve drinks and make sure that people are eating. You could also pace the drinks and serve the drinks at a regular, reasonable intervals. A drink an hour schedule is a good guide. There should also be a diversity of attractive non-alcoholic drinks and respect anyone's choice not to drink. If there are people who appear to be drunk, ensure that all guests have a sober driver lined up so that they can get home safely. To conclude, there is still hope to make a difference when it comes to drunk driving. Ignition interlock devices, lowering the legal BAC limit, and the help of individuals will greatly contribute to saving others' lives. As long as everyone comes together and puts in a great amount of effort, this issue of drunk driving will be taken care of.